Yo, 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 what's going on? We are back. Episode 33 of the Off the Top Rope podcast. As always, want to have the greatest tag team in the world, Chris, known as Southside Woodall on Twitter, and my partner, of course.
What up, though, my dogs, my babies? We are back. Top Rope Podcast, like you said, episode 33. It's getting closer and closer, man. Are you hyped? Are you feeling it? Are you entertained? How's your mana? Like, do you feel it, man?
Amen, say man. But before we talk about the road to WrestleMania, today is a very special landmark in the history of the podcast. Jesus. 1 year ago, on this day, on April 1st, we recorded the very first episode of the Off the Top Rope podcast. Still holds the record for viewership for our pod with 250 views. We appreciate you as always. Thank you for those who've been watching from day one. Thank you for those of you who may be new and tuned in. Thank you for those of you that continue to watch, etc. Hope to do this for many, many years more. We've done so many episodes. I was going to ask, what's your favorite moment that we've done on here? I would just say for me personally, because we've had a couple things go like viral, but for sure the when we came in here after WrestleMania last year and I laid one into Dwayne, that was definitely my favorite.
Oh yeah, that
was my personal favorite.
I was like, what crash out did Chris had? That one kind of funny, but yeah, it was the Dwayne crash out. So yeah, that was a good moment.
Yeah, man. But yeah, here we are again, 1 year from where we were before, and still on the road to WrestleMania. Heated up this past week on TV. Definitely got some things to talk about. First and foremost, John Cena is back.
Already.
But, as promised, it is no longer in a wrestling capacity. However, your host for WrestleMania, the Unseen 17, future Hall of Famer, the GOAT, John Cena. I did not, personally, I ain't like Twitter discourse at all this week around a lot of things. Even like up until today, it's like so much shit going on Twitter. I'm gonna just say this. There was an article maybe like 2 weeks ago, last week, something like that, where John Cena's been doing these like cons with fans and stuff, and going to different places, doing interviews, life after retirement, Hollywood, all that. But he had mentioned, I'm kind of trying to carve out a role, and I think we figured something out. Now, I know everything to y'all is fed bad, and they can't build new stars and all this other. They didn't just call John Cena on March 28th and say, "Bro, please save us or please host WrestleMania." It was always in the works, bro. And if you have John Cena available, why not use him, bro? Like, what are we doing?
Like you said, Hollywood's only an hour flight, so it ain't.
But the whole they scared, like, bro. Relax.
John loves the game. It's WrestleMania. It's like the biggest event of the year. If not now, then when? Like,
while I do 100% believe like he will never wrestle again, I don't think it's going to be a case of like Batista or The Rock where like we not going, you know what I'm saying, where we won't see him for like 10 years at a time or whatever, bro. Like if he has a chance to come back, he's going to do it. That is how much he loves the company. He is very much a company man. He's way more of a company man than those two ever were, and that's not an insult. That's just the truth. Like, John Cena would give the shirt off his back for WWE, bro. That's just what it is. But for everybody that thought, like, yeah, like, he's just panicking. They'd have called him Monday morning, like 2 weeks before WrestleMania. No, bro. That's not how logistics works. That's not how business works. And if you saw his farewell tour, it's fairly obvious, like, he's a busy man. So, like, you really have to carve out a perfect schedule to get John Cena in the building. So I am excited. Glad to have him on our screens in any capacity. Although, as said, what was promised to us is that he would not wrestle anymore. I got into a small like Twitter dialogue with Adrian Hernandez. I don't know what radio show he hosts. Not being funny, but he was just like, how do people who paid $1,000 to see John Cena in DC feel? I'm just like, nobody should feel any type of way. You weren't cheated out of anything. Unless John Cena on WrestleMania Saturday or WrestleMania Sunday laces up his shoes, puts on the jorts, some new gear, and the bell rings and he wrestles a match, Nobody in Washington D.C. was cheesed out of anything that night. I just want to make that very clear. Like, again, if you have John Cena at your disposal, why not use him? That is the biggest star in the history of the company. He's, I don't know if I want to say rising star in Hollywood, because I think he's a star in Hollywood too. But like, yeah, man,
be on hella voiceover commercials. I'd be like, was that John Cena's voiceover?
Dog.
So, like,
it's so funny being like a lifelong wrestling fan, because like all that shit is recognizable. There was I forgot what commercial it was, but like Roman Reigns is like clearly voicing that shit. I forgot what commercial it was, but it's something that like I could like as soon as I heard it, I was like, nigga, this is Roman Reigns. Like,
Joe, is that you?
Yeah, like what are you doing here? But yeah, man. Another topic about WrestleMania weekend that has been I kind of agree with, actually. Not even kind of. I do fully agree with this. Would you say that WWE needs to do a better job when it comes to inducting people into the Hall of Fame prior to their passing? And I say this because Psycho Sid was recently inducted, and so was Bad News Brown. They're being inducted into the legacy wing of the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm not fully clear on what that means. I won't lie to you. Like I'm having a hard time distinguishing what the difference is between like a regular Hall of Fame class and like a legacy class. I don't think it's people who passed away, because I remember they inducted someone a couple years ago in the legacy class. So I don't know what makes it like a legacy class versus like you just inducting someone into the Hall of Fame.
I think they did that with the guy from Crime Time after he passed away. So it may be
I think he was. Oh, you talking about Shad? No, they gave him the Warrior Award.
Yeah,
which I don't know if they do anymore either. But
okay,
yeah, I'm confused on what the legacy wing part of it is. But regardless, as we know, Psycho Sid passed away not too long ago. Mm-hmm. And Bad News Brown was inducted, but he passed away like a while ago, like when we were kids, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do wish they did better things, just like, because it kind of sucks. Like, I remember when they announced Dennis Rodman, it was like I think Shams broke it. It was like, it's not really like now, I don't know if I would, like, personally, if I would be like, oh, I found out through via Twitter that people like find out via Twitter, you know what I'm saying? I seen the thing with, I think The Undertaker, he had a FaceTime call with the
called Demolition on Zoom.
Called Demolition. I was like, that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? But the business is the business, kind of like it's tricky business. You got to protect, the kayfabe or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I wish they did change some stuff like that, but I guess it just comes with the business, like I said, because, wrestling is so protected. You got to do, like, certain stuff. But, yeah, Psycho Sid, well-deserved. Like, I just wish they could do better things when they were alive,
And part of me wonders, like, because we're seeing people who we saw as kids, like, growing up, like, going in now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, are they trying to make sure they don't run out of wrestlers? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't quite get it. So I don't know why that's the case. But, like, I do agree that they do. In general, like, just in life, like, it's always important for people to get their flowers.
It's just, unfortunately, with WWE, it's just a lot of politics. Like, it's always some politics. I remember when, I think they wanted Jeff to get in the Hall of Fame when they were in, I think TNA or something like that. Well, this was before, like, the TNA merger. But they wanted to induct Jeff, and Jeff was like, I want my brother coming with me. He was like, I don't know if we can put Matt in right now. So I think there's always something political with the Fed. Like, we just got to accept to take everything with a grain of salt. But congrats to the class. It was cool. We saw, like, AJ get inducted. That was crazy out of nowhere.
Yeah, I thought that was...
I don't think we talked about how, like, we thought it was going to be like Undertaker, AJ, and Matt. We was like, oh, gosh, please. Not this again, but thankfully
like Mark, it was.
Bro. Please, bro.
But, yeah, like you said, congratulations to the class.
And shouts out if you want to stay up and watch that, because midnight, Friday night. Don't know how they're gonna fix that, but yeah.
I was looking today because I like the card, like how the card is gonna round out for WrestleMania, into like how I can even potentially go to Vegas and like come back and all that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but I'm looking into it, and I'm just thinking to myself like, damn, like, it's granted, Vegas is like 3 hours behind, but I'm like, dude, people are gonna go to a SmackDown, come to the Hall of Fame ceremony, and then the next morning probably go to WWE World or something. The doors open for WrestleMania is supposed to be 2:30 p.m. And I think the show would start at like 3, maybe 4.
It starts at 6, so it's probably
so 3 o'clock there. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just.
Yeah. Thank God they finally changed NXT Stand and Deliver from like that Saturday morning, because amazing. Listen, if you're a wrestling fan, you at home, it's amazing. Hey, Friday night, SmackDown, peek into Hall of Fame, wake up in the morning, get you some breakfast, stand and deliver, SmackDown. I mean, WrestleMania a couple hours after that, Sunday, boom, all over it again. But
because the 2 days or the 2 times I went to WrestleMania, I did want to go to Stand and Deliver. I did want to go to the Friday Night SmackDown before, but then I started figuring out like, well, one, much doesn't happen on that SmackDown, and I'm not staying for a Hall of Fame ceremony. Glad they moved that away from SmackDown because that was already a headache in itself, and you could visibly see people leaving after speeches and stuff and falling asleep. But as far as Stand and Deliver, especially with it being in Vegas, I'm like, you asking a developmental roster full of 20-something-year-olds in Las Vegas to wake up at what is essentially, was that like 9 East Coast time?
Yeah.
12?
Noon. Like,
anywhere between 9 and 12 East Coast time. Mind you, y'all doing WWE World. Y'all doing all this stuff in Vegas, WrestleMania After Dark.
Got to do
rehearsals. You want some young 20-something-year-olds, not like late 20s where you're a little more responsible. Young 20-something-year-olds, bro. Up in Las Vegas, y'all absolutely did the right thing by moving that shit to St. Louis this weekend. Y'all absolutely did the right thing. Because, boy, hell no.
And, like, Vegas, like, I love Vegas so much, but the only thing I hate about Vegas is, like, you can't really have, like, a good continental breakfast in Vegas. You got to go somewhere. So now you got to get up early, go somewhere to eat, probably go back to your room.
And that is another, like, partial reason why, like, I'm trying to.
Ubers is, like, crazy. I can imagine what Ubers and Lyfts are over in that area. Everybody going to the same area.
I seen the videos last year of, like, people just, like, walking when it came to, like, leave the event. And I'm just, like, thinking to myself, damn, do I want to subject myself to that? Like, if I go, I'm going to have to watch 8 matches each night. For, like, 7 or 8 matches, I believe, is what's going to end up on the card each night.
And then sitting still in the seats like that.
Sitting still in the seats. To be honest, when I go to events, I don't really use matches as my bathroom break. I might use, like, the little vignettes they do in between, but, like, I watch every match. I feel like every performer deserves that respect. Like, and to be frank, every match on that card that's or what's shaping up to be on that card, I love it. Like, I don't think I'll leave my seat. But it's just like, damn, bro. Like, what are we doing? So, yeah. NXT moving was the right thing to do for sure. Look forward to seeing that this Saturday. SmackDown. Not gonna lie. I watched it. I was a little underwhelmed. But there were some things I did really love. Mm-hmm. Or not necessarily love, but like felt like were noteworthy to talk about. Also, before I do that, and I got the remote somewhere. I'm going to turn on Dynamite, actually. But I saw Dynamite last week, and in particular, I saw Swerve versus Kenny Omega, the second installment. Brilliant graps, fellas. Take a bow. Looking forward to seeing MJF versus Kenny Omega at Dynasty. But yeah, into SmackDown. What do you think of the new Jade faction?
It was brought to my attention. It's kind of like a remix of the Jade Baddies from AEW. So
I believe so, yes.
I thought that was kind of hilarious. In hindsight, it does make sense. You have Michin, a veteran, who said, like she pointed out, people forget that Rhea was part of the Judgment Day, and Judgment Day was like the head honchos, one of the head honchos, mm-hmm. Probably the second top faction behind the Bloodline during that era. So absolutely. They went around busting ass,
making people's lives hell.
Yeah, people forget that Rhea was the only one who got cheered, but she rolled with them and she was part of that crew. So payback's a motherfucker. So it was in due time. I'm glad they kind of opened up that that fourth wall. Then we got B-Fab. Shout out B-Fab, follow her on Twitter. Amazing follow, by the way. But if you follow B-Fab on Twitter, she does cool behind the scenes stuff of her in the dungeon, training with I think like Natalie and all of them. She works on her promos. Hasn't really got like a good shot at some certain stuff. Like we said, she probably deserves a U.S. women's title shot or like in the picture or somewhere like that. So for them to go like behind the scenes of like be like, hey, listen, like we stand up with Jade more on the cause of we don't like Rhea more than we want to ride with Jade. So it's like, Rhea is getting like this big push. We mentioned she's like, what, 6 or 7 straight WrestleMania title matches. So it kind of can get annoying whether you want to look at it or not, whether it's kayfabe or not. So for her to team up for them to team up with Jade to kind of go against Rhea, who's being like this top dog of, oh, this isn't fair, I'm not having fun, of like she's being like a little brat. So it's kind of, I mean, I'm kind of digging it. I just wish like the tension is real stiff. Oh yeah,
the tension is so apparent.
The tension is there, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like, damn, y'all kind of messed up the vibes of the show just a little bit. So I'm excited to see where they go from there. To me, it works. It just needs like a little sprinkle of here and there, a little touch ups. But I'm not really complaining about it. I like the faction. It's like, and plus you get Me Chin and B Fab like main event title scene, main event like time. So
yeah,
I'm fucking with it.
Yeah, I'm hoping. A lot of people not gonna like this, and this ain't even. Oh my god, I knew. Oh, breaking news: Chris Jericho has returned to All Elite Wrestling. The Fed has been marked safe from Y2J. Thank you, God. Yeah, the news dropped earlier today. That's actually what I meant to mention earlier. Yeah, it was said that he was going back to AEW. I know they mentioned earlier. Hold on, what music you got? Judas? That is Judas. Looks in great shape, won't lie to you. At least on first appearance, first glance. Yeah, he looks in good shape. Anyway, as far as the Jade Cardio faction, I agree with everything you said. And a lot of people aren't going to like this. I hope Jade retains at WrestleMania. Just because, I mean, you kind of have to, I do think that would help legitimize the faction in some way. But I hope, like, unlike, it feels like they have lost the plot with factions a little bit lately. In terms of, like, when I talk about division, like, although they did win the tag team championships on Monday, which we'll talk about later, it was like Braun Breaker was the only one, like, you know what I'm saying, really stepping with a purpose. He was going after the world title. And, like, even before that, like, the division was just kind of cronies because in the previous version of the division, like, Seth Rollins was the only one with a title. We didn't really see these guys in title matches, etc. So I hope that, one, Jade does retain at WrestleMania, but two, like, the faction doesn't necessarily just need to be like henchmen, henchwomen, whatever. Like, it needs to be a legitimate faction. And in a year where they have added like much needed depth to the women's tag team division, I think you have an excellent opportunity to. I think they're already considered an established tag team anyway, but I think this is a brilliant opportunity to like put them in the hunt. Like the women's tag team scene is great right now. Mm-hmm. I think it's the most consistent it's ever been. Every tag team involved in that match that is set for WrestleMania is a team that has been together for about a year, with the exception of Nia and Lash, which is, what is that, about maybe 4 or 5 months since War Games at least.
Yeah, 6 months, about 6 months.
Yeah, so you know, the cohesiveness is there with all the teams. It's not just something thrown together. It's not just a case of like, damn, we do got a women's tag team division. Let me figure out who to put on the show this week. Like, no. It's a very cohesive division, so I do hope that, like, again, Jade retains at WrestleMania, and then they go ahead and get in that tag team division and run as a legitimate faction. Sentences I never thought I'd say in 2026. Is Jelly Roll too prominent on SmackDown? I believe Jelly Roll had 5 segments on SmackDown. I have to check that to confirm. But, yeah, Jelly Roll had like a couple of segments on SmackDown. Had one with R-Truth, Rhea, and Damian. Had the match with Kit Wilson. Or was it 3 segments? I don't know. Jelly Roll was very prominent across television Friday night. Let's just leave it at that. I didn't know how to feel about it at first, but then I thought about it, and then I got to think about all of the other stuff that was happening on TV. In opposition of Jelly Roll having that time. And while I understand we'll probably see Royce Keys, Powerhouse Hobbs after WrestleMania, it's like, damn, like, you can find time for Jelly Roll, but you can't find time for Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't know. And as far as him being involved in the Orton and Cody segment, I will just say that needs to be the extent of it. If it isn't, they have not learned anything from last year's WrestleMania main event. The extent of it needs to be that Randy Orton went so far as to RKO somebody who was considered his friend, but also to RKO an outsider to WWE, essentially. That is what the extent of that story needs to be. That Randy Orton is unhinged, Randy Orton has lost control, but that is where it needs to die. That is what I will say about that.
I mean, emotionally, he gets it. He brings you in like his emotions. He cuts like decent promos.
Great. Hey, he's
like
great.
You know what I'm saying?
If he wasn't a singer, like he'd be a great motivational speaker. No bullshit.
Like in the rap battle last week was WWE entertaining. Like you can't hate on that. I mean he gets it. Like I'm glad they're having him as like this face guy, unlike the Logan stuff that nobody likes. But yeah, Jelly Roll is kind of. I mean, I'm digging. I'm not too mad at it. It's like we understand WWE. Like talked about Dennis Rodman earlier. They got to go into the entertainment aspect sometimes. Try to bring in a new crowd. Jelly Roll has personality. He has like a great background story. You know what I'm saying? Like if the hard times thing, it works. So just like you said, kind of worried about what they do with this Cody and Randy stuff. Throwing them in the mix. Him and Randy had a tag team match together. So we'll see what they do with this. Hopefully he does stay away from the main event.
Yeah.
So if not, like you said, they did not learn their lesson from last year, or at least just don't have him come out there and just do some.
Yeah, don't have him come out there and make a 10-minute entrance.
Yeah, like
the nigga gonna be ringside and put him.
I just hope he doesn't interfere with the match anyway, so that because that could just be horrible. We don't want to do that 2 years in a row, especially if Randy and Cody main event Sunday night. That just will leave a bad taste in everybody's mouth. So no pause because this is serious business. So
yeah. I gotta figure out what he said in this promo. It seems like a bunch of just I'm back, but yeah. And while we're on the topic of Cody and Randy, well, actually, I'll save that for the Monday night one because there was something else there too. The U.S. title. We kind of have to have two separate conversations about this. One, obviously, if you have not heard, the United States Championship has changed hands. Ospreay getting that get back. The U.S. title has changed hands. Sami Zayn is now our new United States champion. Trick Williams was guaranteed a WrestleMania match before this happened. And if I am to assume from a logical standpoint, Trick Williams was going to get a United States Championship match just based off the writing. Unfortunately, it came at the expense of Carmelo Hayes, who did lose the championship via Trick Williams' interference. So it's possible that Melo does make the WrestleMania card. I will personally say I hope he does. Before I get into, the second part of this conversation, I would like to know your thoughts just on like the title change, anything else in general around it.
Oh man, I think, like I said earlier, I think this is one of those political games. Shout out to Melo, he's done his thing. He made the U.S. title really worthy again on TV, like crazy. I think every match has been a 4-star match, if not. He's like he put himself on the map, did great ring work. Stuff with the Miz, it kind of hit the Ilya matches. Everything, all the matches have been good. Gave Matt Cardona a good match. So hindsight, Carmelo, you did your thing. I think you developed yourself into a star that we personally knew, but other people probably didn't know. So shout out to Melo for a great title reign. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to him. The Sammy stuff, it just draws more confusion of when Sammy gets his world title. To me, it's not looking that good because I don't know how we get from U.S. champ Sammy to world title champ Sammy from right here, because I think Trick has to win at WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
It's time. And then from there were teases of, they might turn Sammy heel. And I don't know how we go from a Sammy heel change to this now. So I'm a little skeptical about that. But I guess WWE put himself back into a corner because if you remember, Sammy wasn't in Mania last year.
Yeah.
So now I guess is this like an under the table handshake thing of, all right, we got to find a way to get Sammy in like a memorable match on WrestleMania because he's one of like the guys, consistent guys. So
he missed 2 shows, I would have walked. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm Sami Zayn and I missed 2 WrestleManias, I would have walked because I missed WrestleMania last year, and you niggas stuck me with Karrion Kross for the rest of the summer. So I kind of get.
So I mean, like, is it? I mean, hey, Sammy's one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? What can we do?
Mm-hmm.
But and how I said, I do hope Melo gets his WrestleMania match because he's carried that U.S. title match. Even if they throw in Ilya, somehow I would like that too. It might be kind of far fetched, but I think it's just Sammy just being one of the top guys of like, hey, like we just said, 2 years in a row. That's not a good look on us. We got to find a way to put him in a match.
Yeah.
Him and Trick have great chemistry. You know, Trick amazing chemistry. He's been doing great. So I'm happy, but at the same time, I wish Melo was walking in as champ. But hopefully Melo doesn't take the pin. So if that happens, hey, I'll take it. So I guess Wright and Creative did their thing with this one, man. Just making sure Sammy gets on the show again, because.
So some final stats real quick before I get into the other part of that conversation. For Carmelo Hayes' defense. From his Twitter, 98 days, 9 defenses, 9 matches of the night, 5 countries. Numbers don't lie, and Melo don't miss. Agreed. However, and this is not necessarily toward Carmelo Hayes, but this is just in general because we kind of saw this last year, and some people may not like to hear this, but WrestleMania is not a participation award, bro. And what I mean by that is everybody can't get on the card, and you can't throw a million multi-man matches around just to get everybody on there and to appease everybody.
Everybody can't go, man.
Everybody can't go. And again, this is not a Carmelo Hayes thing, because I firmly believe if you are the best part of a show for a year and a couple months and you are the most prominent part of that show, you should be on. Carmelo is very over. Carmelo is probably the best wrestler on SmackDown. He should be on WrestleMania. I do think that United States Championship should be a triple threat. There's probable cause for it. It was written for it to be that way. Cool. But I do say that just because there has been a lot of this going around, not just this year, but in the past, to where people feel like everybody has to get on the WrestleMania card, which is funny because when it comes time for people to sign between the big two companies, the joke is always, "Oh, y'all trying to sell people on the WrestleMania moment." But when somebody's not on WrestleMania, it's like it matters. It does matter. But it is not a participation award, bro. The best of the best of the best of the best belong on that show. Period. So I don't even know who name to say that this would apply to. Just because right now I feel like everybody that's on the card deserves to be on the card, and everybody that's going to get on the card is very deserving as well. But it's not a participation award. So when you and I know some people do this because maybe it's their fave wrestler or whatever, but like WrestleMania is not a participation award, bro. It's the biggest show of the year. Remember that.
Trying to see if I can find the card. Yeah, I'm looking at the card now. It's dogs on this card. Like,
yeah,
it's
everybody on that card right now is the top dog, rising star, all that. Like or got next, whatever. Everybody that is on that card deserves to be on that card. I do not see the WrestleMania the card that I see at WrestleMania right now, and I'm looking at it. I don't feel like anybody was really left off. Again, I do feel like Carmelo Hayes has probable cause, and I do feel like he would get on the card. I hope I'm not wrong about that, but it's not a participation award, bro. So like, I mean, I ain't seen nobody crying about Maxine Dupree or something, but like, you know, if niggas don't see Maxine Dupree on the card, like, you can't cry about it, bro. The 2 El Grande Americanos, I don't think they're going to make the card. You can't cry about it, bro. Like,
yeah,
it's for the top dogs, bro.
This is Vegas, too. Like,
if you are not consistently one of the best parts of TV, I don't see why you should be on there. I'm going to be honest. And I don't know necessarily who this applies to, but like, yeah. It's some dogs on that card, bro. Monday Night Raw from the Garden. One thing I love is just when they go to the Garden, like we get some of the like one of the best crowds first and foremost, but also we get some good like storyline, movement, story beats. Granted, what I did not necessarily like about Monday, it was real. It did advance WrestleMania, so I'm not mad at it. It did advance the road. It did enhance some builds, but it was a real segment heavy show. Not too much wrestling. The wrestling that they did have was good, but like they kind of killed it a little bit. And I know, for example, with the women's tag match, they kind of killed the vibe a little bit.
Yeah.
But the segments we got, we are firmly, and we have been for a while, but we are firmly on the road to WrestleMania. We started off hot. Cody Rhodes makes his way to Monday Night Raw to be interrupted by a surprise guest by the name of Stephanie McMahon. And
shocker, might I add.
Shocker, because it wasn't announced. All we knew was Cody was coming to Raw, and I'm just like, okay, like, you know, hype up the match, like, you know, do the build between two shows. But the moment she made that entrance, I knew exactly what it was about. Like, everything made sense to me in that moment, bro. And sure enough, she gives Cody the talk that we've kind of been hearing people give him like every now and then, which is like, hey, man, like, you gotta have that killer in you, bro. You gotta have that killer instinct in you. You gotta be able to stoop to Randy's level, at least mentally. Like, you may not have to be him, but you gotta think like him. Mm-hmm. And she said, like, if anybody understood that, it was your dad. You know, when Dusty get invoked, like, you know, it's a little pause in the arena. We like, okay, like, Cody also tells Stephanie, like, you know, yeah, you're right, I'm not my dad, but you're not yours either. And I know the internet jokes are flying. However, kayfabe, no, she is not her dad. Her dad is a kayfabe in sort of real life. Vince McMahon is a great businessman, whether we want to admit that or not. Vince McMahon is somewhat of a genius. I will say that because he's not a complete genius. But, like, you know what I'm saying? He, entrepreneur, businessman, mogul, all of that. Like, you can't really say Stephanie McMahon is those things. You could say she was influential in the Women's Revolution and, like, some other stuff. But you can't say, as far as accolades, you cannot necessarily mention Stephanie McMahon's name with Vince McMahon's. That much is true. From that, we get the infamous Stephanie McMahon slap. And she's trying to talk sense to this nigga. He doesn't realize it. She's like, Cody's like, you think I came here to, Stephanie's like, you think I came here to insult you? When in reality, I'm trying to smarten you up. Like, and again, it makes perfect sense, fam. Like, you got to really think about it. Who knows better than anybody, like, what that version of Randy Orton is capable of? The McMahon family, Triple H, who else? Cody should know, too, to be quite frank. He was in Legacy. But, like, bro, like, Stephanie McMahon got RKO'd onto a mat. Her husband got punted. Her dad got, I'm sorry, not her husband. Well, Triple H did get punted at one point. Her dad got punted. Her brother got punted. Triple H broke into her house because he fucking RKO'd his wife in the middle of a ring. Like,
I'm pretty sure Miles got it one time too.
Yeah, like, bro, she's trying to tell Cody, like, you need to be aware of the extent to which you're dealing with this.
She was kissed by Randy in front of Triple H.
Dog, like, as Cody said, this nigga has done some shit so heinous, we do not talk about this shit on TV no more. And she trying to tell him, like, bro, this is not about, like, the Randy Orton you had to watch when this nigga was, you know what I'm saying, a dickhead, because we know he's a reformed dickhead. We've talked about that before. It's not about, you know what I'm saying, irresponsible Randy. This is about, like, essentially what we kind of know, or what the story that's being conveyed in front of us. Randy's desperate. Whether he's said that out loud or not, Randy Orton is desperate. And that is why he is going to this place. Because he knows, you know, I think this is kind of, ironically, the story of, I guess, the wrestlers of his era, as we just saw John Cena retire, as we see CM Punk, like, being called old every single week. Like, he's aware of his mortality at this point, bro. He's been in 20-something WrestleManias. Randy Orton ain't got 20 more WrestleManias in him, bro.
Man, I got 5.
Shit, if we're lucky. I hope, because I know he said he wanted to do it. When he came back, he said he wanted to do this for another 10. It's been like 3 so far. Yeah, Randy Orton ain't got 21 WrestleManias in him, bro. He know what place he got to go to get that championship, bro. And that's been made very clear. So Stephanie is essentially warning Cody, like, bro, like, you need to lock the fuck in before, you know what I'm saying, that nigga have your belt and you not out here with these folks no more. And I just have to say, that segment, didn't necessarily hate the pull apart brawl on Friday. I'm up in the air about like Jelly Roll's involvement, but like I said, if they leave that to where it was, to where it's just you showing you unhinged, I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. But that segment was so much more impactful than anything that could have been done.
It was fresh. It was, like I said, it was out of left field. The Stephanie music hit, I was kind of confused, but I think it did its job. It made, like, this shows Cody another vulnerable side of Cody. Like, people were kind of getting tired of the whole Cody, you know what I'm saying, same speech, but this was kind of different side. He went personal again. I think that helped out with the whole babysitting thing. Like, hey, I know Randy. Like, I used to watch this little nigga when he was, like, fooling around when he was a little kid, so I know what he is capable of doing. So this was fresh. I'm excited to see what they go from here. Like you said, some of the stuff, listen, it's going to get repetitive. Like, the bras, the beat up, the jumping, the fights, it's going to get repetitive. This was fresh. It's Madison Square Garden. Like Stephanie said, this is like the biggest arena. Why not have her come out there and like the biggest arena kind of like shake things up? So I like this segment personally. It wasn't too cheesy. Like, hey, thank you. Like, all right, I appreciate you. Let me lock in. So hopefully, like I told my homeboy, I was like, it's gonna come down to how this match goes, because like it can be like, okay, Randy going low. You know, what's Cody gonna do? Is he gonna adapt to like him being not the same Cody? Like, it just comes down to how the match is gonna be, because we got, I think, 2 weeks left until the fight. So I'm excited to see where they go from here, man. Like, hopefully we do get another brawl, because like them brawls, when they hit, they hit. So I'm excited to see about that. So yeah,
I think Friday's brawl was just awkward because Cody Rhodes' tour. First off, Randy Orton just beat the shit out of Matt Cardona. Cody Rhodes' tour bus pulls up. Niggas cut to a picture-in-picture. Cody is walking through the entire PPG arena. After that, you know what I'm saying, he finally like gets to the ring, and like it's a little pause in there. Cody tells Nick Aldis, I just want to talk to him. I'm like, this nigga's full of shit. Like, he's finna put his hands on this nigga. Sure enough, he gonna put his hands on it. So yeah, I think this segment was a lot more impactful. And the 2 appearances have kind of shown me, like, not that I was particularly worried, because I'm kind of well aware that Cody Rhodes has seeped into the polarizing category as John Cena did, where like sometimes you're gonna get an arena full of people saying, let's go Cody sucks, whatever. Although I haven't necessarily heard the Cody sucks. I've just heard like, let's go Cody, and sometimes I'm cheering for the other guy. But the 2 times we have seen him on TV since his return, haven't heard any boos. It's been like a raucous ovation. So I'm not too concerned about that. What I will say is though, I don't know if they're necessarily trying to make us boo Randy Orton at this point, or if they're just kind of like, hey, like, maybe we just got to give it up. I don't know.
I think we're at a great point where now I think Hunter or whoever is running creative, they understand that, hey, they're going to cheer for who they cheer for, they're going to like who they like for, you know what I'm saying? Even with, like, Drew being, like, who his character, like, him being a heel now. We're going to cheer for some of the stuff he does because he's a badass. Like, he makes it look cool. So I think they're starting to recognize that. And, like, plus, bro, we've been wanting Randy, unhinged Randy, for, like, a couple years now.
Yeah, and I was about to say, like, you got to realize, like, a lot of the fan base, like, nostalgia like runs a little deep in the WWE. I ain't gonna lie, like, just in terms of like what means the most to fans, and like '09 Randy Orton is like near and dear to a lot of niggas' hearts, no matter how much niggas may have hated him in '09. But like, yeah,
like we've been literally cheering Randy's probably since like after like the Legend Killer 2.0 stuff, like during the COVID era. So we've been waiting on this, man. Like, so we itching for that punt to come back. Like, we'll take an arm snap with Matt Cardona, but you know what I'm saying, we want a good punts pretty soon, man. We want to boo Randy just a little bit. So I'm glad they're starting to recognize that.
Yep. So Yeah, I think for the most part, at this point, yeah, probably stop trying to get him booed. I don't know if they are trying, but like people are gonna cheer for who they want to cheer for.
Mm.
As we saw last year in Las Vegas, like it wasn't necessarily like a case of Cody being stale as much as it was like,
It's
damn,
John
like
Cena,
it's John Cena. We want to see him do this. Like Sami Zayn got booed in Chicago when they were going against each other for the United States Championship because it's John Cena in his last year. Like niggas want to see him win at every turn, and I kind of think that's where we are with Randy Orton. Like, no, it's not his last year, but like people do want to see him like get these titles and like try to get closer to that record. New tag team champions. The worst wrestlers you know got belts this week.
In hindsight, as long as Logan stays away from the main event scene, do whatever it takes, brother. Like I don't care what you do.
Yeah, I guess a win is a win.
I guess a win.
Yeah, Logan Paul and Austin Theory are your new World Tag Team Champions.
LA Knight, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We're glad you're on Mania, but if this is how it had to be, we are sorry. Although, hey, I will say this: Speed could potentially be the best wrestler on that team if this ends up being a 6-man tag. Speed could be the best wrestler on the Vision. No bullshit, because I don't know what the fuck Austin Theory is doing. I've made my stance on Logan Paul clear many times.
What's the button on 2K? L1. He's just the L1 merchant. What's the finisher button?
Oh yeah. Fucking R2. R2X.
Who knows? R2X
R2
merchant.
something like that. Yeah.
R2X merchant. Like
yeah, just doing a million finishers. I've made my stance very clear on that nigga. I don't really have too much on the match. What did you think of the Usos music?
I didn't listen to it. Unfortunately, I haven't heard it yet. I heard it was bad, so I just kept scrolling by it. You know.
So listen,
if 10 people tell me something's bad, I'm sorry, it must be bad.
You gotta hear it next week. I will say it's hilarious that like for 2 months we was all like, bro, like why can't y'all just switch to we've been down since, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is playing Jey Uso individual music, and now it's like, oh okay, this like somebody said, hey, these niggas are single handedly trying to kill the Yeet movement. I will say this. It's gonna take a minute, but you can yeet to that song. I did like play the entrance over again to see like you can yeet to that song if you like really catch the beat and shit. But yeah,
just now that adds more confusion to this whole storyline.
Yeah. But I think what's so funny is, you know, typically we want to blame Def Rebel when entrance music is bad, and rightfully so, because Def Rebel makes some absolute bullshit. However, the Usos been making their songs for years. And whenever you finally get around to listening to that shit, their voices are on that bitch. They made that. So, if you want to blame somebody for the Usos music, blame the Usos. With that being said, I am slightly, I know maybe I should have learned my lesson when it comes to like celebrity shit, but I'm okay when they're not a part of like major storylines.
Okay. Yeah.
So I am very interested to see if it really does truly turn into a 6-man. I am very interested to see what Speed does. Speed is one of the most athletic human beings on earth, nigga.
Of all time.
Of all time. Like, there is nothing I don't think Speed can do
like
right
the nigga
now.
Race the cheetah.
Hello. Like, race the cheetah, race Noah Lyles. Like, there's nothing. Jumped over a car, by the way. Consecutively, back to back. There's nothing I don't think Speed can do. So, I'm excited if it does end up with him wrestling a match. And I do think we also have to remember, like, WrestleMania was built on the back of celebrities, guys. It's okay. It's not going to be the end of the world. Plus, Speed is cursed anyway, so we're good. Shout out Danhausen. The build to Mania heated up. We have several good segments to talk about. The women's tag team titles, as we said earlier, I am excited. I'm glad that all these women are getting this chance on the show. I am glad Bayley's on the show after missing last year.
Yep. Lyra, been one of the best consistent since last year. Probably most improved.
And people were telling me she was being punished for SummerSlam, which I never thought was true. When people say punishment, like, I don't consider punishment being put on TV in front of an audience every week consecutively, bro. I just do not consider it that. That's not how it works. Um, Now as far as the match in itself on Monday, which was Lyra and Bailey versus the Irresistible Forces, and what was a tag team title match, I thought it was a great match, but the shenanigans at the end kind of like killed it.
sloppy.
It took the air out the crowd.
Yeah.
I think, like, you know what I'm saying, not to be overly critical, but I think it would have done a lot more for that segment if you're truly going to go for like a non-finish.
Mm-hmm.
Have all those teams out there at ringside already, bro, because like you could kind of tell like New York was into the match, and the moment that shit got interrupted, they just were not feeling it, bro. Like the crowd went like damn near silent.
Yeah.
But they were into the match prior to, so I thought that was good. The Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar segment. As I said the last time we were here, I am very aware of the name value of Brock Lesnar. Like, just in character itself, I'm very aware of the name value of Brock Lesnar. So these segments with Oba have been home runs for the past few weeks. And even if they had thrown hands again in this one, I still would have loved it. But I think this was 10. I think this segment did so many things for Oba in particular, but just for the rivalry in itself. Like, you got people coming out on Monday saying like, "Damn, this should main event one of the nights." It won't.
But hey, it's a thought.
It's a thought.
And that's good.
You look at the program and like you can see why people say that. So this past week, you know, Brock Lesnar comes out in fighting gear, and Paul Heyman, like, kind of. We don't usually see people make excuses for Brock Lesnar, and that's kind of what he did. He's like, you see, I forgot. Oh, he said the first week he was distracted by Seth Rollins. Week before, he wasn't out here in fighting clothes. He came to have a man-to-man conversation, a man-to-beast conversation is what he said. But this week, he out here in fighting clothes, which I gotta say, admittedly, I was pumped for that shit because I already knew how Oba was showing up. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, the niggas finna throw hands tonight. So I thought him making an excuse for Brock Lesnar was a nice touch. But Oba wiping out security guards just to get in the ring, or to almost get to the ring, and Adam Pearce gets in the way.
Bitch Adam Pearce.
The bitch is Adam Pearce. Bitch is Adam Pearce, bro. And then, like, as soon as we think something's about to happen, Triple H gets in the ring. And instantly, people want to say, because people love to get their jokes off, and Stephanie McMahon was on the show earlier tonight. Damn, these niggas love inserting themselves. First off, I haven't seen Triple H in the ring since December, I don't think, as I recall, which was just like to say farewell to John Cena. But if you don't understand that Triple H interrupting Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi getting ready to throw hands with each other again, if you don't understand how that sells the gravity of the match, I don't know what to tell you.
That's the big boss man. Like, I don't like
literally.
And like, the jokes are always gonna hit. Listen, hey, the Triple H always insert himself. You know, are you ready? Like, listen, 2 head honchos, 2 alpha males, alpha dogs, alpha beasts, alpha wolves, lions, bears, gorillas, any dominant animal in the jungle. Somebody's got to stop him. It's gonna be the big boss man. It just made sense. Yes, it's fun to boo Triple H. Yes, the tweets are funny, but in a storyline, hindsight, it's the boss man. It's gonna stop him.
Dog. So obviously we know, like, this nigga can't take bumps no more. Like, if he do that, like, it's over. Niggas would have cut the Netflix feed if Oba would have touched this nigga the wrong way. But again, like you said, it's the big boss, bro. Like, that to me was 2 things. It was a firm Oba endorsement because you just showed, like, yeah, this nigga's so dangerous. Like, I got to get involved. This nigga just wiped out the nigga who, you know what I'm saying? I know we kind of hate, like, the unreal shit and, like, him telling people, like, yeah, I run this shit. Like, we know, but, like, we hate it. But this nigga just wiped out the nigga that I've appointed to be my general manager. And he's finna go kill this nigga. Like, I have no doubt in my mind these niggas are going to lay waste to everything around this bitch prior to WrestleMania. I gotta protect my quote unquote main event, but also like, you niggas can't do this here, bro. So it sold the gravity of the situation. It was to me, it was a firm Oba endorsement. Like you done seen Oba put that nigga on his ass 2-3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
That nigga knew what was finna happen. He
Yeah.
knew what was finna happen, and he knew he like on top of Oba constantly putting that nigga on his ass and wiping out everybody else. He also knew like, damn, it's a determined Brock Lesnar in this bitch now, bro. Like he might try to kill this nigga.
Even we saw that the first week we saw Brock like just beat up security. Like it's like shit gonna get wicked, man. And somebody, if it's anybody gonna step in the way, it gotta be the big boss man. It gotta be the COO, CEO. It don't matter. Like somebody gotta stop these niggas from killing each other,
possibly goddamn fucking my show up, like all that, bro. Like
would they be like, you're jeopardizing the scene, you're jeopardizing WrestleMania. Like
yeah.
You gotta sell it, man.
Yeah, again, like you said, the jokes are always gonna fly. The jokes are always gonna be funny until like you know what I'm saying things get better. Because like booking is questionable, blah blah blah. Until things get better, like yeah, he's always gonna be under scrutiny. But this, if there was any time to insert yourself, this was it. This is the perfect time. You've given like I said, a firm endorsement of Oba. You have sold the gravity of this situation, and like. Nigga came out. I saw the tweet where somebody was like, Cody got there and put his hands on Stephanie earlier. He ain't come out, but he came out to protect that Oba and Brock main event. I said, well, for
it's
one,
levels to the shit, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say one is levels, but two, like clearly he, you know what I'm saying, he know the gravity of both situations. I think and logically speaking, because I know Cody said like in the promo, like I would never ever mean to disrespect you or whatever. I think logically speaking, Triple H know that like Cody not gonna cross that line when it comes to my family.
Yeah.
Period. That's my golden boy, and like I ain't never gave him no reason to do that. But these two are destroyers.
Yeah.
They might fuck up my whole show if I don't go out there and do
We've seen Brock
this.
Lesnar just damn near kill Michael Cole.
Dude, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, referees, security guards, cameramen, like these niggas will lay waste to everything. I have to go out there and get a hold on this. So I have zero problem with Triple H being involved with that segment on Monday. Sold the gravity of it. Sticking on the topic of Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman clients, Paul, you got to start checking that email. Or maybe he did. Seth Rollins has officially been medically cleared for WrestleMania. And when we found that out, Seth Rollins takes a steel chair to Paul
we
Heyman.
finally got Seth's music.
Finally got the music. We got him out the mask, y'all. The mask shit is over. It's okay.
For now.
Don't be surprised if it pops up in the WrestleMania entrance. But I was pleasantly surprised because there were rumors circulating, and I'm not debunking anything. I do, in my heart of hearts, believe like Braun Breaker was at the building in Madison Square Garden, and they either told that nigga no, or as Dave Meltzer said, they was just like, let's not burn this match right now. Like maybe we got a whole summer that could be a feud of summer type thing. But I was pleasantly surprised that, you know, I heard the crowd going off after Seth was about to get ready to stomp Heyman. And I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, well, Braun Breaker's back. And I see him get dragged out the ring. My first thought is, well, why wouldn't Braun Breaker spear this nigga? Camera pans. It's Gunther. So I believe they're going with the, Paul Heyman is in the favor business or has been in the favor business previously. I believe they're going the road of Gunther's doing Paul Heyman this favor. And in return, Brock Lesnar, you retiring at SummerSlam. Your thoughts?
That is an interesting thought. I want to hear more deep dive into that. But like I said, the jokes are always funny. At first, come on, bro, Gunther, like really, this is kind of lazy. But hey, it's Gunther, Seth Rollins, anybody can have a good match as these two. But with the idea of Gunther being a career killer. And Seth, it's kind of like a running joke, but every time Seth gets like the main event scene, he gets hurt. Mm-hmm. So if any guys can sell a match within 2 weeks, it's Seth Rollins and this Gunther. I hope Gunther gets in his shit talking bag, calls this man old, washed, your knees don't work, your back don't work. I'm gonna do this and that to you. And hopefully Seth gets in his emotional bag of maybe I am scared, maybe this is what I got to do to just keep it going. So hindsight might be the match of the night, match of the weekend, has the potential of it. At first I was kind of skeptical about it because like it just felt kind of lazy because we were like last episode we were like, how do you have probably the best wrestler in the company not on WrestleMania with 2 or 3 with like a month with less than a month to go. So I guess they listened to us. Shout out to y'all. So I'm excited to see where they go from this. I'm looking forward to this promo battle these next 2 weeks because, like I said, 2 guys who could talk, they talk from different levels. Gunther can attack us from different ways. Hey, listen, every time you at the top of the scene with a title, you get hurt. You tear your ACL, your back hurts, your leg hurts. It's this, it's that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Gunther can use that to his advantage. Now he can find a way to work this match because Gunther has great matches. He works your weaknesses. He's going to find that weak spot in you. And Seth can put his back against the wall. Listen, every time I'm back against the wall, I just go crazy. So I'm excited to see what they do from this. This Gunther thing could be interesting with a Paul Heyman favor. So I want to hear what you got to say about that because I'm intrigued about it.
So, I think it's the one. Obviously, this is a non-kayfabe thing, but like both of them niggas' WrestleMania opponents was injured, bro. Like this could arguably be where they should have gone with this in the first place, but I know Seth Rollins was medically cleared, so maybe that's why they kind of waited. But yeah, I think the favor just makes sense from like a logical aspect of like, I know some people said like the idea that like Heyman would essentially make this nigga like a gun for hire kind of goes against the Gunther character. And I firmly disagree. Because outside of being like a wrestling purist or whatever, Gunther's character is a piece of shit person. Like legitimately, like he's a cheating piece of shit, like all that, bro. Nigga cheated to beat AJ Styles to ultimately bait AJ Styles into retiring. You know what I'm saying? Who else did he cheat against? I know there was one point where I'm blanking right now, but like Gunther's not necessarily like an honest man. I could see if we were saying like, you know, it goes against Gunther's character to like do like if he was doing some shit like an Extreme Rules match or something like that. Like yeah, that's different. Cause Gunther is a wrestler. Like he's not with all them gimmicks and shit, bro. But like this, I don't see how it goes against the Gunther character to want to wrestle somebody who is considered one of the best. When I, speaking like as if I'm Gunther, when I would consider myself to be the best. Mm-hmm. Like, why would I not want to test myself against somebody of that caliber? On top of that, like, him and Seth been doing this little dance for a little minute. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? There have been a few backstage confrontations over the years where, like, Seth would tell him he's coming for him. Most notably last year when Gunther was world champion. Or actually, it was the other way around, I believe. Something like that. Prior to the Jey Uso stuff. And I think even earlier than that, at the Royal Rumble, around Royal Rumble season, because remember they were here in Atlanta, mm-hmm. and that's when Logan Paul interrupted the segment. But yeah, like they've been doing this little dance for a little minute, so it was always kind of destined for them to like eventually cross paths. I'm not necessarily going to complain about like a short build because you can make all of this make sense within like 2 to 3 weeks. Exactly. You've already done half the battle just by like beating this nigga ass, bro. Like. He got probable cause.
And like you said, for him being like a favor guy, hey, you just wait quick. Hey, listen, I owe Gunther a favor. He didn't have a WrestleMania opponent. You can't leave him off the stage. Hey, just help me out this one quick night. Now you on WrestleMania card. So it's simple stuff like that. It was
like because they don't shy away from the fact even on TV they don't shy away from the fact that Paul Heyman has pulled backstage, bro. Like they do not shy away from that. Like again, like it was even kind of prominent last year when like. He thought the favor that CM Punk wanted was to main event WrestleMania. He was like, nah, that ain't what I'm asking you for. But appreciate it, nigga.
Yeah.
So, they don't shy away from the fact that he has pulled backstage. So you can easily tell that story of like Gunther wanted a WrestleMania opponent, but also you can, like you said, spin the story of, hey, like, I'm kind of out of options, man. Like Seth Rollins taking out everybody, or like, you know what I'm saying, the Visions is in a shambles, so I got to do something. So I think it's a very easy story to tell, and I do think it's the most logical way to go, especially now since we know what both men's original WrestleMania plans were. We obviously know why those fell through. Gunther's was Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio fractured a rib. Seth Rollins was Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker had a hernia, and I guess they just didn't want to rush him back. So it's a win-win for me.
And Braun coming back would be a crazy WrestleMania at the Raw moment. So
Literally.
Well, Raw after WrestleMania moment, my bad.
Full circle too. Now that you think, if you really think about it, like you got it. Last year, he started the division with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins on the Raw after WrestleMania. Like this year, like, you know, the vision is kind of crumbled, but like, or the original version of the vision is crumbled. But like you and Seth obviously still have like beef. So I'm interested to see where that goes. Finn and Dominic Mysterio has been made official for WrestleMania as well. Stephanie Vaquera and Liv Morgan heated up. I thought that was really good. Got a return in Roxanne Perez. Glad she's back. Do ultimately wonder. It does seem she's in line with Liv Morgan now, but I do wonder maybe after WrestleMania if they kind of revisit that.
Depending on who wins, probably.
Yeah, probably depends on who wins. But like if they revisit that and like figure out who Roxanne's going to be aligned with. Penta and Kofi Kingston put on a pretty good heater, I thought. We got an announced IC title ladder match. Javon Evans has made the WrestleMania card, ladies and gentlemen. The ladder match is going to be fire. Dragon Lee has made the WrestleMania card as well. Super happy for him. JD McDonough and Rusev.
The polar bear in Texas.
Yeah. And it's not that I don't think he should be on the card as much as it is like, hey, it's a bunch of high flyers in this match. Like, what are you going to do when like 3 of these niggas are flying off something, bro? Like,
hey, man, if the wrestling guys listen to us, if we do get a Rusev Day entrance at WrestleMania, I think we already won. So
yeah.
Shots out to Rusev.
He was wearing the shirt. I think they might go back to it, to be honest. Yeah. And the final segment of the night. Hey, man. First off, I just want to say this, bro. Tell y'all mans to go put them tracksuits back on, man.
This man hating on designer, man. That's crazy.
The design, nigga, was Levi. It was Levi.
Nigga hating on Drip, man. First y'all say he too lazy. Now
the clothes are wearing that nigga, bro. That's the reality of the situation.
He's an OG, bro.
Listen, I know OGs that dress better than that, nigga. Like, all I'm saying is it was nothing wrong with the track. Tracksuit Roman was cool to me. Nigga, go put the tracksuit back on, bro. Showing me you got money just to like not style these clothes and shit, bro. Like, what are we doing?
That man Roman taxes hit.
Dog, nigga got the W-2 in the mail and shit, bro. Like yeah, man. Let me just.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Vetements $2,000. Levi jacket $1,000. Nigga, I'm not moved by this shit, man.
Supreme Carhartt.
Yeah, like damn, bro. We get it. You got money, bro. Having money don't mean you can dress. And I hate that I gotta say that because that's conversation we have with niggas in real life. Like, nigga, just because you got on Supreme don't mean like no, bro. But go put on that tracksuit, bro. That's you. I don't know what this shit is you got on right now. It's not you, bro. It's not you.
Man, triple ass forever, man. What can I say?
Hey man. But there was no talking this week. There was no Usos. It was the world champ coming out there with his hand wrapped up and getting straight to it. And whether niggas want to admit that or not, because I know a few like diehard Roman fans, that is the appropriate response after getting dropped on your ass 7 days ago. Not you come to the arena, he and kikiing with your cousins, looking into the camera, telling niggas like, yeah, y'all come get this nigga after WrestleMania, bro. Like, no, bro. Niggas got to get up and slide. That's what it is. That's what CM Punk did. Nigga had his hoodie on, his best in the world t-shirt, tape on his hand, his jeans, his hokers. Took the belt off and got to work, nigga. That's what it's about. And again, much like the Cody Rhodes segment in the beginning, way more impactful than any more talking that could have been done this week.
Yeah, it got to a point where it had to be. We had to get physical. Like, the wordplay is cool, but like these last 2 weeks, we gotta rev it up. We gotta throw some hands. It gotta be mano a mano, man. I love the Usos. Their little factor into it was kind of cool.
Yeah, they did great.
Yeah, but now it's time to get real, man. It's time to mano a mano. Big dog versus best in the world. We gotta start getting physical, man. It's starting to get violent, man. This is like the violent WrestleMania season. Let's get violent, man. So,
speaking of, there was an underlying theme in that segment, and I don't know if you caught it, but just out of curiosity, what happened to Roman Reigns when his cousins weren't there the 2 times that him and CM Punk were alone in the ring? Just out of curiosity.
He got put on his ass? What?
Exactly. A lot of people would say, like, why weren't the Usos involved? Well, one, niggas lost their tag team titles that night. Where was Roman Reigns when Speed was knocking niggas out? And, but also, like, when Raw went off the air last week and CM Punk was laying through that table and we thought he was fucking insane, what did he say? He was laughing. He said, I'm not the one that needs help. He shows up this week, ready to throw hands, not an Uso in sight, and he gets the better of Roman Reigns with no help by Roman Reigns' side. Amen, say man. If that isn't a clear message, I don't know what is. So I don't know what. I know he finna take this little 7-day vacation before his next Raw appearance, heal them wounds and shit. But Joe, whatever you do when you get to Sacramento, April 13th, it better be worth it. It better be impactful because Phil running the score up right now, man. Ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, unfortunately he is. Like, it's kind of, I want to say 3-1 maybe.
Yeah. I don't even know what I could defend. Well, in storyline, the definitive win that he got would have been the making Punk snap and call him old.
That, and then I think the I Hate You thing was pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
But I thought that was like neck and neck, to be honest. Yeah. Well, actually, I'll say, to me, the definitive win was probably, I can't even say last week because, like, we saw what happened this week. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the definitive win was probably, it would be between I Hate You
that's been my thing. If I was like, they're trying to play, like I said, with the Randy and Cody match, depending how this, depending how the Roman and Punk match goes, depends how, like, these segments are going. Because, like, they're both playing, like, these Jedi mind trick games of, oh, I'm calling you old. And then, I'm going to talk about your family, which is like you're crossing the line. We saw that last week of like, Jay telling Roman to go get Punk, go get his ass. Like, they're doing like these little small mind games. So I'm excited for this match because, like we said, Punk, these title matches have been amazing. He's like ultimate wrestler's IQ. We know how Roman gets down these long matches. He draws you out. He just drags it out. He like gets you mentally. So this is adding layers to it. But yeah, that April 13th, he got to get physical, man. It might be time for
somebody got to run the blade, bro.
Yeah, you got.
And I don't know if Roman just don't do that no more, but I know Punk can run the blade if it's worth it. So, shit. But yeah, man. I do think, like, again, it's the most impactful thing they could have done. It's the appropriate response. Like, I'm not coming to talk to you no more, bro. Like, you put me through a table last week. Like, we're so good on talking, my nigga. Like, on top of that, you talked all weekend. Like, you know what I'm saying? You talked all weekend. You go on Jimmy Fallon calling me old and shit. Monday before Raw, you on Twitter talking about, yeah, get your rest. You're going to need it. That nigga looked pretty rested to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That nigga looked real rested to me when he came out there and put your ass through that table. That nigga CM Punk. Hey, listen. When CM Punk is really tapped into a program, bro, he is tapped.
You can tell.
in,
You can
dog.
tell when like he really like. You can tell when certain people care about certain stuff. Man.
Dog.
Punk is one of them guys.
This
man.
nigga sits over. He starts singing that Roman Reigns shit. Started punching on this nigga. I said, "Oh my god, he's lost it. He's fucking
Then
snapped."
the crisscross applesauce in front of Roman, that was another amazing touch.
Dude, listen. This is a great program, bro. Like I think it's had highs. I think it's had lows. Probably the highest high since the "I hate you" thing. Honestly, I don't know what bag Roman got to tap into. I mean, again, me personally, I don't think there's much room for any more talking.
Yeah, it's just you went y'all both went below the belt technically. You know
like
what I'm saying. The father stuff, then the wife, he makes more money than you stuff. So it just
like
time to get violent, man. I'm just
like we being real. Like when that nigga pull up to Raw, it should be the gauntlet should be on his hand. That nigga should be ready to fight or put some tape on your hand. Whatever you do, bro. Keep that Bloodline Theater shit at home. It's you and Phil now, nigga. We in the home stretch. It's you and CM Punk. Nobody else. Tell Jay and Jimmy go figure that shit out with Speed in LA Knight, bro. Like, it's you and CM Punk, bro. And that also brings me to my point. We were talking about the WrestleMania card. A couple weeks ago, Cody was like, this could be a sleeper WrestleMania just because, like, people weren't necessarily fucking with the build. Which, I don't know. In hindsight, like, I think the build has been pretty cohesive, The only super egregious build, it doesn't seem redeemable at this point. Jade and Rhea, bro. That shit is bad. Like, nobody's heart is in that shit, bro. Niggas is ready to get past
I was
this
telling
match.
him, I told my coworker, he said he dibbles and dabbles. I was like, listen, I think it was last week, the AJ and Becky conversation, that finally felt personal. Like, I'm your daughter's favorite wrestler. Oh shit, like that felt personal. I'm looking at the card. Oba and Brock did a thing. Oh, we didn't talk about it, but Jacob and Drew throwing hands.
We can definitely touch on that.
Jacob and Drew throwing hands for 3 hours last week.
Dog, threw hands for 3 hours and closed SmackDown, falling off a building, I guess. First off, I just want to say, Adam Pearce, maybe we don't give you the credit you deserve because Nick Aldis is running a clown show around that bitch right now, bro. You got niggas fighting for 3 hours, falling off shit. The windshield's getting broke through.
Car
accidents. Randy Orton breaking niggas' arms. The top stars getting jumped.
Headshots with chairs. Man.
Yeah, headshot. Like, it's crazy over there. So, Adam Pearce, my bad. Nick Aldis, get your shit together, bro. Because it used to be the other way around. You running the goddamn
Looney Tunes
show around that bitch. Fucking criminals walking around on SmackDown. I ain't even talking about Jacob Fatu. Like, niggas is doing criminal shit on your show, and all you're saying is, guys. Like, stop, bro. Stop it. You have not had control of your show for a long time. But, man, Drew and Jacob Fatu.
Unsanctioned match, is that official?
Yes, it is officially an unsanctioned match, which is ironic because unsanctioned matches are not official. But I ain't gonna lie, the rumor circulating at first was they was gonna do Hell in a Cell, and I didn't want to fully believe that because I was like, y'all kind of just restored the meaning of what Hell in a Cell is supposed to be, which is like the end all be all. It's supposed to be personal, and maybe it was a conversation that was going around. And then they realized, like, bro, like, this is probably not gonna be the last time these two niggas ever face. Like, Drew is gonna go away for a while to go film a movie after WrestleMania, but I think they probably realized it's not the end all be all. So let's not do that. And also, there's not enough hate established, which I also agree. But an unsanctioned match is definitely perfect considering, like, the circumstances. Like we said, you got these niggas fighting in cars. Drew allegedly kicked Jacob's teeth in, although we really know who did, which we will probably see after WrestleMania. Win or lose, we will probably see that. Niggas pulling each other off cars, throwing each other off buildings, all that. Like, it has to come to this. You got two essentially non-containable forces at this point, bro. Like, they are a danger to everybody around them, including themselves, bro. They are a danger to the show, similar to like Oba and Brock being a danger, and that's why they had to get Triple H to step in. Niggas are a danger to SmackDown, bro. WrestleMania is the only way this goes, where there are no rules and these niggas can do whatever they want to each other. All the referee got to do is count to 3. But I think it is. I think it's an incredible feud. Obviously, Jacob's star is rising. Not necessarily. I don't necessarily think that Drew's is falling, but I do think like it's just a case of like anytime you want to like get somebody like over, you put them against Drew McIntyre, and like he can make them a star.
Mm-hmm.
So I am thoroughly enjoying it. Them walking into Friday looking like hell was a nice touch. Then like very believable because again, like you said, they was fighting for 3 hours last week. So I'm glad that they didn't go the Hell in a Cell route, but unsanctioned match was definitely the place to go with that.
It is not a Las Vegas street fight, thankfully.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I do feel like we're gonna see one of those. I don't know with who. We're probably gonna see it. If anything, that's what I would do with that 6-man with Division, LA Knight, and the Usos, just to like kind of protect Speed because he's not necessarily a wrestler, and like you can be a little more gimmicky with that.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, I think the card is rounding out to be great. I think it's rounding out to be an all-timer, low key.
If they've been consistent, it's been good. The last times they, at least last since 40. No, 39. No, 39 was crazy.
39 is like some people. So some people don't rate all of 39 as an all-timer. I personally would. My issue with 39 Night 2 is like, to me, the wrong person won every matchup except for... Actually, no. Yeah, the wrong person won every matchup to me.
Night 1 or Night 2?
Night 2. Night 1, I think they did everything perfect. Like you had the great ending with the tag team main event.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte and Rhea tore the fucking house down.
Mm-hmm. That was a tag match.
Yeah, John Cena versus Theory. The right result happened, but like the match wasn't.
That was a Night 2?
No, that was not. That was like the first thing on Night 1. I remember that vividly. Actually, I remember on Night 2, the only win that I kind of agreed with that like made sense was like the Brock Lesnar and Omos match because like Brock Lesnar won.
Okay.
But yeah, some people rate Night 1 as like an all timer, like WrestleMania, like up there with WrestleMania 17 because that's widely regarded as the best WrestleMania of all time. But like when you talk about WrestleMania 39, people will tell you like, WrestleMania 39 Night 1 is the best WrestleMania of all time. But WrestleMania Night 2, the ending brought it down a little bit. As a whole, I do think that is an all-timer WrestleMania. Like, period. I do think that. But I do think this WrestleMania has all-timer territory if, and only if, the undercard, mid-card, all that, great. Like, the Intercontinental Championship match is great. The United States Championship is going to be great, whether or not Carmelo Hayes is in it, unfortunately, because the winner of it is probably going to be Trick Williams. And if it's not, then we have to have a conversation about Sami Zayn. The women's matches, for the most part, are pretty good. I think Living Victoria is going to shock a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think the women's multi-tag is going to be great. I do actually have faith in Jade and Rhea to go out there and be professionals when it comes to wrestling. Because, I mean, that's their bread and butter. Mm-hmm. Both of them aren't necessarily the best promo.
Good powerhouse match. I mean, that's what I'm really expecting.
Yeah.
Like a good powerhouse match.
It gets tricky when it comes to the main events because you know how every almost every main event WWE Championship match goes. Niggas try to do cinema. Niggas will do ref bumps. Niggas will do interference. My hope, you let CM Punk and Roman Reigns go out there and wrestle and let the better man win. My hope with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, you keep that celebrity shit far away from Cody Rhodes' main event, bro. Like, it sounds crazy to say because the rest of the card could be, like, insane. But let everybody, let the main events are going to determine how this WrestleMania is perceived.
For sure.
So let the main eventers go out there and just fucking wrestle, bro.
Yeah.
And any goofy hijinks or other shit you got, like, do that shit early in the show, leave it for the undercard, whatever, bro.
Just limit the shenanigans.
Limit the shenanigans, bro. That is the most important thing. Like, the build to me has been good, but like everybody else say it's questionable. Everybody will say like, it's bad. Like, stick the landing when it comes to the main events because I have no doubt in my mind that like mid card and undercard are gonna be fine. Stick the landing. Let the main eventers do main event shit. Limit that ref bump shit. All of that, bro. Like let's just let hoopers hoop, bro.
Yeah.
You have four. You have four main eventers in two matches that people have been clamoring for years, bro. Dream matches, matches that people didn't think were possible, with iterations of certain characters. Like it's here now. And there's no reason why you should let anything get in the way of that, bro. Like, I understand, like, them niggas that say this in all their interviews, like, you know, we're not a professional wrestling company. We're a storytelling entity. You can tell a story by just allowing professional wrestling to take place, bro.
You got the 4 guys to do it.
Dog.
You got 4 top guys to do it.
3, so, well, I ain't even going to say 3 or 4. I'm not going to disservice Roman Reigns. 4 of the 4 main eventers are deeply ingrained into wrestling in some way or another. Some of them, at least 3 of them are wrestling historians, students of the game. Technically 4, because Roman is a part of the most illustrious family in the history of this company, bro. Students of the game, historians, let them go out there, paint a masterpiece, bro. Stick the landing. And if you're going to do some type of interference, keep it to a minimum. Yeah. Because I do feel, I will say, I was enjoying WrestleMania 41 Night 2, the main event, up until Travis Scott got a 10-minute entrance. And then it just tanks the whole thing.
Yeah, then you put faith in a guy who really hasn't sold in a while.
So, and I think that's part of what, like, you bought into somebody who couldn't even commit to that shit because he didn't know how hard it actually was.
Yeah.
If we are truly going to go this whole interference route or whatever, it needs to be kept to a minimum to where it's not hurting the flow of the match, bro. Like, don't give me a 15-minute bloodline segment in the middle of a wrestling match and then try to, like, get me back into the match. It's not going to work. Like, no. Let them go out there and paint. Let them go out there and create. And to me, all of these main events should be a case of the better person winning as opposed to outside help. That's just where we are. That's what I think. Especially when you got one person going around calling somebody old. You should be able to beat an old man. That's just what it is. So, that is my hope for WrestleMania. That's all I have as far as reviews for the week. My hope is, well, actually, technically next week would be a week off anyway since we are still bi-weekly. Mm-hmm. But I think I said this on the last episode too, but I am going to campaign for us to be in here WrestleMania week, of course, and then the week after for the review. That's definitely important just because, like, Backlash is like 2 weeks after WrestleMania, bro. So we gotta, I don't even think it ain't even a lot of breathing room between it, to be honest. Bro, there is 1 week between WrestleMania and Backlash, if I'm reading this correctly. Actually, yeah, there's 2 weeks between that. So I would like for us to, like, get in here and review WrestleMania. And if we gotta, like, be off and then review Backlash afterwards, I'm cool with that because it's Backlash. But, like, this is WrestleMania. Backlash. So fingers crossed, we will definitely be back the week of WrestleMania, April 13th. And by then we will have, or April 13th is that Monday. So by that Wednesday, we will have had probably a confirmation of the WrestleMania card for sure, like the final card. Because I don't think they've been in the habit of adding to the card like the day before. But also,
we don't. Are they gonna leave off the SmackDown tag titles?
Honestly, I would. That's probably the weakest story across both brands. I would absolutely leave that off. And it sucks for Solo because, like I said, it's been 3. He's been in prominent storylines for like 3 or 4 years and, like, still ain't had a WrestleMania match yet. So I do think that's kind of crazy. But, like, it's not a like, as I said earlier, WrestleMania is not a participation award. So you'll get there when you get there. Yeah. So the 15th, which I would assume, I mean, that's a Wednesday. That's when we record. We'll have, like, a final story beat or final, I guess, wrap up on CM Punk, Roman Reigns. Probably semblance of a wrap up when it comes to the Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton story heading into WrestleMania, because as we know, like, the Friday before WrestleMania is really kind of a nothing show. Yeah, and just we from there, we would review night 1 and night 2 if it is revealed to us. If not, then of course we'll still just break down matches match by match. And yeah, that's all I got. Got anything?
I'm good, man. Y'all just stay cool, man.
Yeah, stay cool. It's getting warm out here. 4 days this weekend. We are firmly outside. But yeah, man. It's been episode 33 of the Off the Top Rope podcast.
1 year down, more years to come, man.
1 year down, more years to come.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Thank you for viewing as always. Enjoy.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter. Easter's coming up. Enjoy this road to WrestleMania. For those who watch AEW as well, enjoy the road to Dynasty. Fire build going on right now. Very excited to see MJF versus Kenny Omega in what they are dubbing the Devil versus the God of Wrestling. Think it's gonna be crazy. Know we're having a Will Ospreay versus John Moxley grudge match. It's a lot to be excited about in wrestling right now, man. So,
best time of the year, man. You know?
Best time of the year. Y'all stay tuned, stay locked. But we will see y'all in a couple of weeks. And as always, Chris.
It's your boy Barry.
Out of here.
Peace.